Good morning, Cedar Valley. This is Lars Olson. Welcome to Quiet Echo. A man came into the hardware store on Saturday with a piece of a washing machine in his hand. He set it on the counter. A small white plastic part, two prongs at one end, a snapped tab on the other, wrapped in a clean shop rag like a person carrying a broken bird. He told me the machine was 28 years old. His wife had bought it new in 1998. The repair shop he called would not come out because the part was no longer manufactured. He asked me if I could help. I have been running this hardware store for 41 years. The man on Saturday was the 7th customer in 6 weeks to come in with a piece of something old in his hand, looking for help. Something has shifted. In January, the wire services carried a story about what is being called the fix-first mindset. Inflation has made replacement cost what it never used to cost. Right-to-repair laws are in effect in California, New York, and Minnesota. Repair cafes have started showing up around the country. YouTube and TikTok are full of tutorials. The story ran in dozens of small papers in January, and the cameras moved on. The customers did not. The man on Saturday is 66. His wife has been doing the laundry in a Whirlpool machine for 28 years. To him, the machine is a member of the household. He did not come into my store because he had seen a tutorial. He came in because he was raised by a father who knew the machine was made of parts, and parts could be replaced, and replacement was what you did before you threw something away. I found him the part. It was $41. The new washing machine he was being told to buy was $480. 20 years ago, when something broke in a customer's house, they walked in and asked which new one to buy. I pointed them at the shelf. They left with a replacement. The old item went to the dump. Now, when something breaks, half of them come in asking how to fix it. They are not all old. The young couple who bought the bungalow on 5th Street came in last month with a leaking sink trap, and the husband, 29, had already watched 3 YouTube videos. He did not know what a J-bend was. He knew he wanted to fix it. I showed him. He came back the next day and told me he had done it. This is the part the wire story did not tell you. The country is rediscovering a kind of competence the major outlets cannot supply. The young husband watched the video. The video could not put the wrench in his hand. The video could not be in the room when he tightened the slip nut too hard, causing it to crack. I was in the room. The hardware store is the room. The country has started asking what I know. I am not the only one being asked. The man at the auto parts counter. The lady at the fabric shop. The retired electrician next door. The grandfathers in the garages. The grandmothers at the sewing machines. We have all started getting asked questions we have not been asked in 25 years. It is not because we have suddenly become smart. We were always smart. The country forgot for a generation to ask us. I want to say one more thing before I close. A repair is not the same kind of transaction as a purchase. A purchase happens between a customer and a shelf. A repair happens between two people. The man with the snapped tab and the man behind the counter, or the young husband under the sink with his phone propped on the cabinet door, or the neighbor walking over to look at a breaker box he did not have to look at. Repair requires somebody to teach and somebody to learn. The teaching is a small thing each time. Over a country, over a generation, it adds up to something. The country quit being good at this for a while. We stopped passing things down. We told a whole generation of young people the answer to a broken thing was a credit card. We told a whole generation of older people what they knew did not matter, because what they knew was old, and the new things were better. Both halves of the bargain were a lie. The new things are not better. They are newer. There is a difference. The man on Saturday will get his part in a week. He will put it in himself. His wife will do another load of laundry in a machine she trusts. The Whirlpool will outlast another year, maybe 10. The man will have done something small and ordinary and almost forgotten in this country. Something his father did, and his father's father did, and his son, until a week ago, did not. I am not romanticizing. Most customers who come in to fix something will still throw the next thing away. The man on Saturday is a sign of a thing beginning, not a thing finished, but a thing is beginning. What is happening at my counter now did not happen 10 years ago. If you have something broken at your house, do not throw it out yet. Bring it down. Or call someone who fixes things. There are more of us than you think. We have been waiting to be asked. There is something broken in your house. You know what it is. Tell us about it on the Facebook page, and tell us what you did with it. Cedar Valley News has a Facebook group. There is a conversation going on. The Fix-It stories are welcome to what you saved, what you taught, what you learned. I will put the link in the show notes. This is Lars Olson, your host for today's Quiet Echo. Thanks for listening. Quiet Echo is part of the fictional Cedar Valley news series, written by Evan Swenson, publisher, publication consultants, and Claude Marshall, AI developmental editor. While the people in town of Cedar Valley are fictional, the right to repair laws in California, New York, and Minnesota, the Wire Service reporting on the Fix First Mindset I January 2026 ICS, and the Repair Cafe movement are real.
You've been listening to the Cedar Valley News Podcast, where small-town voices meet the headlines shaping our world. From faith and family to front porches and fields. We'll be back with more stories connecting real lives to real events. Until next time, keep your porch light on, your faith strong, and your heart open. This is Cedar Valley News.